Are you missing out on your favorite show because it's not available in your region? Let me introduce you to NordVPN, okay? If you are bored of US Netflix, why not take it for a spin on the UK? Go to Japan. Take a hop over to Canada, honey. NordVPN is a click of a button, and you can do just that.
Let me tell you something. I really do appreciate VPNs because being a global traveler myself, sometimes it grinds my gears when I'm in a different country. And one of my favorite shows, I can't watch my favorite shows on the road, and a VPN really comes in time. So thank you, Nord.
Now, get your exclusive NordVPN deal by going to nordvpn.com/rivalry to get a huge discount off your NordVPN plan, plus 4 months for free. It's completely risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee.
Where we go? Oh, we're not going yet.
No, we're wrong.
Oh.
So, hey, everyone, we have our friend.
It's not our friend. This
She
is my
is
friend.
our friend. First of all, it.
Thank you, Bob.
I said she.
No, roll it.
Clear it up.
Run that. You heard it.
I heard it.
I did not say it. I said she.
Okay.
Arcia is my bestie from
Thank
college.
you.
Arcia is out, but she's our friend.
Now she is. Yeah.
Yes, I am.
But her
Absolutely.
origin is my bestie.
Now,
But we've been friends for
Quite some time.
I met at 18. I'm 32 now, so that's.
Do the math. I'm not a math. Okay, yes.
When they start sweating, trying to when they try to do math, he start cracking. When they said best friend, wow.
He's like, help me out.
Wow, when they said best friend, Kamika found
That
dead.
is not true.
Kamika
is my bestie from 4th grade.
Kamika found in a gutter.
You are a chaos person. You operate and live in
Kamika's
chaos.
also my friend.
Because of me.
Yes, we met through you.
Yeah, because I have great friends. I have great friends. I attract really great people.
You
in my
do.
life.
That's true.
Yeah, I really do.
You
So
need
you're
it.
welcome.
You need it.
For the ones I've given you.
But the funny thing is, Monét Monét tries to keep us apart.
That's not true.
That is true.
Monét for years tried to keep us
Yes.
apart. Because Monét would tell me about RC, and Monét be like, I have a friend in New Jersey, and I would go, can I come? And Monét be like, I'll check. And then Monét would just.
When did you ask me to go to New Jersey and see Arcia?
I'm coming back from New Jersey. I'm like, Monét, I thought you were going to say.
When did you ask me to go to see Arcia
So
in New
then
Jersey?
I literally begged Monét. Every time you go, I say, oh, can I meet Arcia? And then,
okay, but Bob, you can't travel me to New Jersey. When did you ask?
What I have
when
warrants?
did you ask
I can't
to go,
travel to New Jersey.
I'm waiting. Tell me. When did you ask to go to New
Whenever
Jersey?
you would go, I would say,
That's
can I
not
come?
true.
So then I literally begged. I said,
Bob will not go to Brooklyn to see a family member, but he would drive to New Jersey to see someone.
if you don't live off the one train, we can't be friends.
Exactly.
No. So then during the Ponder replay, Monét graciously.
Arcia came to visit me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we went to
And then we all watched Black is. Wait, did we watch Black is King together?
Was it Black is King?
I thought it was Dream Girls.
It might have been because we watched Black is King with.
I don't think
It was Dream Girls because y'all kept singing all the lines.
I think you're right because we
Oh.
watched Black
Yes.
is King with Peppermint.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It had
Okay.
Pep came over to watch
Yes.
Black is King during the Ponder replay. And
Do you
then
think Beyonce's gonna put a Renaissance out on the platform, or is it gonna be?
I don't think Beyonce's gonna ever release a visual. Beyonce's pulling a Rihanna. Beyonce's like, it's coming.
when it gets there. Okay?
Yeah, this album is in its 18th trimester.
I know.
It's give. Someone said a thing. They're like, honestly, you realize that everyone keeps making their own visuals. Like Beyonce's letting us make the visuals. If Beyonce's gonna buy all the visuals
And put them
probably
together.
be like, thank you for doing the
Yes.
work.
Kind of like I'm 7-Eleven. She kind of did that. It was it wasn't like a typical video. She took different pieces, I think, to put them together and make one video.
No, 7-Eleven was shot in a hotel room.
Was it?
Yes, it was all shot like on like a
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
on a small camera. And it was all shot like a little kind of fast.
Yeah.
It was just Beyonce's. 7-Eleven was
great
a
song.
very what?
Great song.
I have no.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but it wasn't great. I love Beyonce, but 7-Eleven, like, if you read the lyrics, I'd be like, what is this? Like, turn it sideways, smack it. I mean, I hate to pull a Ben Shapiro and read the lyrics, but I was like, 7-Eleven lyrics. I was like, what's going on? Goddamn, goddamn, goddamn. Sing it in the air. I know you care. Smack it, smack it, smack it, smack it in the air. Smack it in the air. Wave your hand side to side. Put it in the air. Clap, clap, clap like you don't care. smack that, clap, clap, clap. I was like, Beyonce.
But Beyonce is one of those persons. She can literally just say whatever she wants to say, and people are like, oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
But I did love the lo-fi of the video.
The lo-fi. Oh, like I got it. Yeah, I agree. It wasn't like super high definition resolution. It was which.
Maybe that's what she was going for.
I know, because I think Beyonce, she wanted to appeal, like, everything doesn't need to be perfect. This is me, because the vibe was just me in my hotel room with my homegirls, putting my camera phone on a tripod and making a video like everyone else does.
And it's also relatable.
Yeah,
people can
relatable.
relate to that.
You're very relatable.
Absolutely.
So, can you tell Arcia, tell us a little bit about yourself? So, you all met at Westminster?
Yes, we met at Westminster Choir College.
Dead as hell.
It was only like 2 Black people, so we just kind of gravitated toward each other.
We did.
And we've just been friends ever since. I remember in college we would make Wawa runs.
We would go to Wawa.
I love Wawa.
Do you really?
I found out about Wawa because they have it in Philly.
Yeah.
So whenever I would go to visit Philly,
Jersey, Delaware.
I was like, if you don't know Wawa, Wawa's like, imagine a gas station, but like any gas station. Like honestly, like if 7-Eleven was brilliant, it is. It's just a great.
It's just a one-stop pit. You can get literally everything that you need. Yes.
So Arcia is a beautiful singer. Arcia is a beautiful. Are you a mezzo or are you just a soprano?
I would say soprano, but I can hit a few low notes.
Yeah, you can.
Yes.
You can.
Years ago on the podcast, and can you debunk this? Years ago on the podcast, Monét proclaimed that she was a basso profundo. Is that true?
Yes, absolutely. I would say so.
I will say,
Nick said you aren't.
So, here's the thing. My voice teacher friend, Laquita Mitchell.
Yes.
She listened to an episode of me singing opera and drag, and she called me and she was like, Kevin, your voice has gotten a lot higher. I was like, really? She was like, yes, you can hear it in the resonance. In in college, I sang lower. My voice sat lower, but I think over the years, it's just because male singers, unlike female singers who like reach their maturity like in like their 20s, a male singer does not get there until like my age now, 32, 33. So here is when my voice naturally will be.
My voice has gotten deeper. When I hear old videos of me, I'm like, who was that woman talking? Like my voice used to be so like light and bitch, I sound like a mechanic. I sound like an old mechanic from Georgia.
What?
With a cigarette dangling in my lip. Like, hey, that boy, you want to go around, boy? Hey, that boy, here's your problem with your. Yeah, I was like, what happened to my voice?
But Arcia and I, so her, Dewan, myself, and some other friends in college got really close, and I think. I don't know if you and your friends, but I think that keeps our friendship going. People are very gagged when they meet us. We roast each other a lot.
We are
always.
And people are like, are they actually friends? And I'm like, we're really friends.
I've been hearing what y'all be saying to each other. I'd be like, oh my God.
But I
like Kevin will literally call me like, hey, Taco Tammy. Like, and that's just, those are terms of endearment. We just, what can I say?
I feel like they is going, what? And I like to like make fun of my friends. I'm like, this is, they be doing personals. I'd be like, this is wild.
Not personal.
I said, not personals. I said, oh my goodness. Because these two the last night they be calling each other all kind of bears and grizzlies and grabbing each other. I was like, this is.
Last night,
just be clear, when they don't grab my belly and make fun of me,
I will cry. What I'm saying?
I will cry.
I had to develop tough skin over the years.
And I think because of like my friendships like that, I'm like, I never really made me develop thick skin.
Wait,
so now, because I say such crazy things to you, if other people say it's like, it is what it is.
I'm like, yeah.
I prepped you for this.
Oh, you prepped me for this?
Yes, I did.
Are you gonna thank Arcia?
Right. You see what I'm saying, Bob? Like,
thank
it's
you
always
for what?
Where's your gratitude?
Where's your gratitude for everything I've done for you?
We're on what I've done for you. That's the thing.
Don't be trying to jump.
That's what I'm saying. Right, that's what I'm saying. And it's been like this for years.
No, you've been like that for
We're
years.
on you.
And don't wave your hands in her face like
I'm a lady.
She's a guest on our podcast.
Yes.
Anyway, oh my God. So. Arcia had her titties out last night.
Bitch, today.
They're always out.
This morning, this afternoon, but they always act brand new.
Always.
I've known Arcia for like 2 years, and every time I see the titties be tittying.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Arcia will have her titties out, and then she'll see a picture like, Kevin, why you ain't tell me my titties look out?
That's if I have a little piece of fat hanging out. Titties, that's fine. They can be out.
So I was trying to look out for her, but then Bob, you put a battery in your back.
But you try to embarrass me and look out for me.
How did I try to embarrass you?
You like when today. You was like, we got to go to the house and get her bra. You said it like 10.
Because it's screaming in the streets.
Screaming in the streets.
Arcia has a very large, voluptuous breast. That are very beautiful.
Thank you.
And so when she does not have a bra on.
Tread lightly.
Tiptoe, nigga.
Tiptoe. Think about it.
Tiptoe by the window.
Bra on. They are really.
The titties be titties.
Why are you going down here? Leave it up.
Yeah, keep
Everything
it up. Yeah, why are you doing all that? Why your hands are so low?
Right.
Keep your hands
titties
up.
hang low. Do they wobble to the floor?
Can you tie them in a bow? Do your titties be swinging? Do this motherfuckers hanging? Do your tits?
Now, Bob. Now you getting outrageous. Yes, I see what you're saying.
I'm telling you, Arcia. I'm telling you. Oh yeah, that's how you see.
So when they got jealous, because recently me and Arcia were hanging out in New York City, and when they was very jealous. I could tell.
I was not jealous.
It was giving very jealous online.
Well, Arcia likes to document every second of her life.
And honestly,
I enjoy social media.
I'm just explaining to her.
I wish I was more about that, because whenever I look at back people who take a lot of pictures, I'd be like, wow, you really you have so many memories, and I always forget to take pictures.
Really?
Especially when I will swear, I'd be like, I'm gonna take all the pictures, and then I get there, I don't take. I start off being like, hey everyone, and then I look up.
But
and
I think that's
shit.
good though, because then you're able to be present. I feel like sometimes I'm not present because I'm so focused or fixated on trying to like document everything. So some balance.
It was a fun night though, because I went back. What happened was I organized a Black Queer Night for Strange Loop on Broadway, which was so dope. Really wonderful. Like it was.
First of all, I took Arcia to see that show. We went to see it in the winter. Arcia saw the show before, so she was doing you a favor of coming to your little Black.
It was
Queer
not
night.
a fair. I was delighted to be there.
She texted. She was like, "Kevin, do I really gotta go?"
Kevin, you're literally making that up right now.
Yeah.
Where's the receipts? Pull up the receipts.
Yeah, you said text.
Pull up the receipts.
Yes, show us the text.
I said text, but I meant call.
No, see.
But it was because I got you and my friend Two Face both are like, baby, Two Face will document. Like Two Face will document and repost it the next year for the memories. So it's really nice to be able to at least go back and explore it, because I see myself through your night. I did like no video. Pep actually did a really good job documenting, which was kind of shocking. Yeah, I was like, not Pep, because Pep usually hates social media.
but Pep had the girls out.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
she was looking good.
Talk about the titties be tittying. Pep's breasts were fully out. Also, did you know that I found this out over the Thanksgiving break. Jacob went to Westminster.
Really?
You went to Westminster for what?
Choir college?
You don't have a mic. Jacob was a part of the Westminster Children's Choir. And
oh my God! With the conservatory.
And Jacob was thrown. And Jacob was thrown out of the Westminster Conservatory Children's Choir for refusing to hold his music.
Really?
Yeah, Jacob wouldn't.
Was Jacob? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Were you off book? Was that why? No way, Jacob.
Jacob was off book, and they were like, "Well, everyone's holding their book."
Right.
Uniformity.
Yes.
And Jacob won't hold his. This is the Rose writes on the story. Jacob won't hold his book, and Jacob was like, "But I know the song," and they were like, "Okay." That being said, we're all holding books.
Right.
And then Jacob's mom was like, well, he doesn't have to hold a book and he doesn't want to. And they were like, well, he can't be in our choir. Yeah. And they threw Jacob out.
Oh, no, Jacob.
How old are you, Jacob? Probably like between 8 and 11. Jacob is has been expelled from Westminster.
Westminster?
No.
Westminster Choir College. Tell me how you feel about
how did you never, all the time we mentioned Westminster, you never mentioned that.
He's traumatized. You were making Jacob relive his trauma of choir school on live in front of millions of people.
You're ridiculous.
Okay, I love that college experience. If I could go back and do it again, I would do it differently. How do you feel?
I would do it differently as well.
I would go to
first of all, I would have went to a HBCU.
I would have went to HBCU.
Yes, I would have went to an HBCU.
I think I would have wanted to go to Morehouse.
And I would have went to Spelman.
Because they have a great music department.
Yes, they do. They do. Actually.
And I would have went to Morris Brown.
Okay. Wait, but are they accredited?
Not back in my day.
Okay.
Back when I was living in Atlanta, they were accredited, but now they're no longer accredited.
They're no longer accredited. How do you lose your accreditation?
I'm not sure.
It's probably just if maybe some. There's probably like some criteria or some standards you have to meet.
Like as a school or as an HBCU?
As any school.
Yeah, as a school institution.
Girl, my entire county, Clayton County, lost its accreditation.
The whole county.
The whole county.
Whole
How does that happen?
Girl, because it's Clayton. I took Monét to Clayton County when they was like, honestly, this is nice.
It is nice.
It is Monét. I'm from Clayton County. I love Clayton County. Clayton County is not nice. The thing is in the South, because in the South, everything is new. Nothing in the South is old. Everything, especially Atlanta, the whole city was completely destroyed in the Civil War. So there's nothing really old in the South. Right. Everything is like 150 years old. And most of the stuff that any black folks live in is even newer than that, because black folks didn't start getting stuff until like the 1940s in some places. So everything is like relatively new. So nothing really looks old. But Clayton County, no one has ever accused. You're the first person I ever know who's accused Clayton County of being particularly nice.
Not accused.
That would look nice.
Let's talk about how nice it is after this break.
And we are back. So our friends.
What would you change? You said it's just you go to the black
because our school was offensively white. Like
yes, I agree.
Like legitimately. Again, it's a small school, right? I think our whole school was maybe like 700 people,
right?
But when
and it was a part of a larger university, so the university had more students, but the conservatory just had a small amount of students.
Yeah.
So
that's undergrad and graduate.
Yes.
Conservatory students. So our class, like your class maybe had like 100 people, mine had a 75,
and out of my 100, 7 of us were black.
You know what I mean? So
everyone I know from Westminster was black.
Well, right, yeah.
And that's it. And that's it.
That's literally the black.
I know all the black folks from Westminster.
Right, exactly.
Jacob, I know Jacob.
Well, the conservatory is not the college, so let's be very clear about that.
Don't you ever try to dog Jacob.
Okay, you see?
Jacob went to the new school.
Okay.
Honey, which is still standing.
I know.
I got my degree. It don't matter.
But here's the thing. So since our thing closed, I feel like they should cancel any of our student loans.
Can you rotate your neck? It's driving me crazy. It's been driving me crazy. I can't. That's been driving me crazy. Oh. Ooh, that was too much for me. I can't have him look at that.
But so Arcia is here in Los Angeles. She just celebrated her birthday.
Yes, I did.
Her birthday is this year was the day after Thanksgiving, which Thanksgiving is your favorite holiday.
The Jesus birthday.
No, Thanksgiving is your favorite holiday.
You like?
No, actually, Christmas is my favorite holiday. But you said Thanksgiving was my favorite holiday to get a rise out of me.
And the ham.
No, for the ham hocks for you.
For
the macaroni and cheese and the dressing and everything that brings you joy.
And the sausage and the brisket.
Okay, yes, look at you.
Wait, so let me try right now. Y'all, here's the thing about Monét. Monét pulls this thing that Kim Chi used to pull on Drag Race. Whenever you mention something Monét, if Monét doesn't know it, Monét will swear up and down it's because she's not American. Despite living in America for the majority of her life, Monét would be like, "Well, I'm from St. Lucia." Like we were looking at Monét finally showed me her home that she's renovating today. And Monét was like, "Well, this is gonna be the living room, blah blah blah, and then this back here is gonna be." And I said, "Oh, wait, which one is the living room?" And Monét was like, "Well, I was raised in St. Lucia, and in St. Lucia we have like a main living room, and then I don't know if you
like
Americans have." I was like, "Yeah, it's called a den."
Right.
And I was like, "Yes, Monét, Americans have dens."
Okay, you're right. I did not know the colloquialism that Americans use for that because I'm just not.
Stop acting like you, Monét. You act like you moved here 2 years ago.
Okay, but I have never called.
I don't know what a den was. Are you not from New York?
I'm from New York, but in New York, also New York houses are very small. We don't have space for dens and things.
Yeah, you don't.
Have that.
Exactly.
So I never had.
You barely have room for your window units.
So I've never been in a place that had a den like that.
Monét was like, "Do you Americans like Monét?"
Like, is this a thing here?
All of a sudden, her accent gets thick. All of a sudden, she's as sweet as St. Lucia when it comes to understanding things.
So Arcia had her.
I was gonna ask you. Does your family celebrate Thanksgiving?
My family, yeah. So my family used to celebrate Thanksgiving a whole bunch, but as we have gotten older, and my brother got married, and he has his wife and his 4 kids, and
is his wife American?
His wife is American. So like they all like people have, and then my other aunt that has like her 3 kids, although they're grown, like everyone has like kind of spread out. So, but when I was younger, until like college, halfway through college, every year we would get together at my house in Brooklyn, my aunt's house in Queens. Like it would be like 25 of us having Thanksgiving, but it just doesn't happen.
I feel like it's not like that anymore in general,
right?
Yeah, the holidays just feel a little different.
Did you celebrate Thanksgiving?
Yeah, we celebrated all holidays. Yeah, but it just doesn't feel the same. Like it used to be this big production, and now it's just like everyone just kind of does their own thing.
Is your family like West Indian or anything?
No,
because I feel like in New York City,
she's not from New York City.
Oh, from New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
In New York City.
Your friend, you don't know where she's from. Continue.
I said New Jersey. I had a slip of the brain.
It's okay.
But in New York City, I'm being hyperbolic, but like you meet black folks and they're all like, oh, I'm not American. Like none of the black folk, they're all like, oh, I'm Dominican, I'm West Indian, I'm, Nigerian, but they're like, I'm not American. Like
I never said I'm not American. I always say I'm West Indian American. People ask me like what are you think? Because also I'm super proud of that West Indian.
In the South, and I'm saying that is valid. But I'm saying in the South, none of us have ties, like direct ties to parents. Like none of us are first generation. Right. Very few black Southerners are first generation. Like you do not run into, because you're first generation.
Yeah.
Meaning your parents were not. And you were born in America, and your parents were born. So I mean, but you meet a lot of first generationers in New York, but you just don't run into a lot of that. And probably in New Jersey too. You probably don't run into a lot of people who aren't.
Because New York is what you call it, what city?
The melting pot.
No, but New York is a sanctuary city. So a lot of immigrants feel safe to go there because you got to have friends or family who's done it before, so you know it's possible. You know what I mean? As opposed to going to, I don't know, our favorite city, Andalusia, Alabama, to start over. It's Andalusia, like Alabama. You don't know
if you are a first generation person living in Andalusia, Alabama. Please comment below.
Please.
Is anyone from Andalusia? Someone, if you're listening,
I thought we asked you before. We got one person to respond. I feel like we did.
And were they telling the truth?
Who knows? Probably lying. Some lying ass nigga.
Arcia, have you seen the video? So, quick question: do you think Monét has a Caribbean accent?
When she decides to pull it out, Monét picks and chooses,
and that's on T.
Yes.
Have you ever seen Monét? So, Monét decided on this day, to be straight up Saint Lucian. Her name was Saint Lucia, honey. On this day.
So good, just as sweet as St. Lucia. What does this mean, representing your country? This means everything to me. I love St. Lucia. I am St. Lucia to the core of my heart, to the core of my spirit. I love all my St. Lucia family, and I can't wait to celebrate this with my mom. Oh my God.
With my mom, mommy.
That's part.
Congratulations. You look wonderful.
My favorite part's coming up.
Let the people know something. Let them know something. I just want to say to everybody out there who, if you're gay, sexual, bisexual, anything, just hold on to your dreams and try as hard as you can to make them happen. Because this has been a dream of mine for a very long time, and I am so happy and proud to be Miss Gay Caribbean 2014.
Monét found out about that pageant 2 years before. She goes, "It's been a dream for a long time. I have been dreaming."
Is that on YouTube?
Oh,
that's my first time seeing that.
We found it, and it is now has a whole life. It has now been reposted.
Jacob is sneaky and very.
People now have found it, extracted that, because it used to be a part of a whole interview. People have now pulled the clip of Monét being as sweet as Saint Lucia.
Anyway, sorry.
When you get excited, you start stuttering. It is the funniest thing.
I know. But I have a speech impediment. I'm very open about my.
Okay, great. Okay, yeah.
This is one guy who.
Should we talk about your impediment?
Sure. Let's talk about them. We can talk about each other's. Where do we begin?
I want us to remain friends. So
I would like that too.
Yeah.
There's this one guy who drags me and Monét online. Who's literally he hates us. But one time it was so funny. He was like, "Bob, her little stuttering ass friend."
What?
I don't know.
Y'all know Bob gets joy from my making fun of my impediment. But so Arcia is here for her birthday.
Yes.
And we celebrated at our friend Kareem's house last night.
Mm-hmm.
And the night took a wild turn. So we play this game called Porch. If you know what Porch is like a really fast-paced Uno, where you get a 2-card penalty for many things. If you did not remember what color it was,
2 cards. 2
cards for you. If Bob say go Monét when it's our serious turn, pick up your 2 cards. There's a 2-card penalty.
If you're in my business when you shouldn't be, 2 cards. Mind your business.
If you take more than 2 seconds to play your card after the card's been played, pick up your 2 cards. So you should have been paying attention.
It's a very aggressive game and it moves fast.
Right? I can't believe Bob won.
Why?
Because
Bob, you were the first one out, right?
Yeah. Yes, but you normally have a book of. You normally have the whole deck in your hand. Last night was a good night for you.
It was a good night.
I think on my toes very well, and I'm good at strategizing. So I'm not shocked that I won at all.
So, but before that, last year we did this thing for Dewan's birthday, and someone came to the party and they refused to pick up their 2 cards. So someone else at the party was like they got into this heated exchange about these two cars, and that kind of ended the game this year. So we started playing a game this year. It was the person who got into the argument with the person last year was like, what did he say?
He was like, and just so you don't, I can't remember the person. Let's say the person's name was Craig.
Rachel.
He was like, Rachel, and don't be like Rachel. And I was like, so what happened with Rachel? And he was like, well, Rachel, I told her to pick up her 2 cars. She did not want to pick up her 2 cars. And this fat bitch had the nerve. And everyone at the party, and when he said everyone at the party went,
right. We were perplexed.
we all like, oh, we jumped straight to body shaming.
I know. And then he kept on. He said the words fat bitch at least 17 times. I was counting. I had a count in my head.
Really?
So then we all kept, as we were playing cards of the evening, we were like, pick up your cards. You're going to be a fat bitch. If you don't,
You better get your 2 cars.
or he's going to call you a fat bitch. He's going to come to your house, call you a fat bitch. Get the cards. Get your cards. Unless you want to be a fat bitch up in this piece. But it was I had a lot of fun last night.
Yeah, me
Last
too.
night
It
was
was
a
a
good
good
time.
time.
I was really smoozing.
You were.
Well,
You're not. Well, you are a good smoozer, but you were really. Bob was making. You were talking to everybody. You over here. You over here. I was like, she's really her bag.
Well, I knew enough people at the party
Okay.
because I knew.
But you hate small talk.
I hate small talk, but I knew enough people. So because there were maybe 8 people there.
Yeah.
But I knew you, Dewan, Arcia, Michaela J. I knew 4 people
Right.
of the 8.
Yeah.
So
And Andy.
And
Andy,
Andrew
yeah.
Short, yeah. Andrew Thomas Short.
God.
So because I knew enough people, I didn't feel completely, awkward. And also there was some really fun conversations going on. I was like, this is, I love to listen to people.
Fun conversations. Wait, can you?
There are people gossiping about other people.
At the party.
Yeah, there are people gossiping about other people at the party. There are also people gossiping about people who were at the last party. Whatever that last party was, it
was a train wreck.
People were still the one
About a year ago.
The one who called the girl a fat bitch. He was having some other drama with this one girl whose name I won't say. But I was listening to the drama. He was like, I don't talk to that bitch no more. And I was like, oh my God.
I know he was.
I was like, so I was listening to him talk about why he doesn't talk to that one girl anymore. And I was like, oh my, I was like, I don't want to, I'm probably going to be in his bag racist now, but he's someone who I do not want to be in his bag because he will dog you.
He will destroy your image, girl.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I had a party with Bob, and that fucking bitch was
That fucking big black shiny
Nigger
black
whore
nigger bitch, bald headed black bitch,
I was like, oh my God. And
big tooth ass bitch.
Oh my God. You just never know.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to hear.
But so a lot of these people were your friends from
The East Coast, high school.
High school.
And some from college, yeah.
Yeah. So why did you choose to come to LA for your birthday to celebrate with?
I love LA and I haven't been here since June. So I was like, it would be a great place to celebrate my birthday, be around friends, have a good time, and get out the cold. It's cold.
Right. It's freezing.
It's cold on the East Coast.
Right now.
Yes. It's cold.
Now, I do have something I want to say because I kind of feel, okay, well, you know what? So, Arcia has a podcast.
You have a podcast?
I do.
And I have never been invited to be on a podcast.
That's a lie.
The lie detector determined
That's
that
a
was
lie. How many times have I asked you to be on the podcast? We could never solidify a date, but I've asked you several times.
That sounds like the truth.
Have you asked Bob?
No, not yet.
I've not
You see
been
how
invited.
you see how Kevin's trying to
We're just
create
developing
discourse,
our friendship.
right?
We're just developing our
At the
friendship.
beginning, y'all were best friends. Y'all been friends for months and weeks.
I said we are friends.
And now y'all just solidifying friendships.
You're messy.
Bob,
You're
you've been on
messy.
podcasts people you have never met before. Okay, so please.
We met during the Bonda replay.
That was you need to realize when we say that now, that means like 3 years
But then we
ago.
just hung out without you for the first time ever.
Yes, and my
that
podcast is
that was
fairly
a
new.
month ago. We hung out without you.
So you and John Lovett, y'all are just best friends. You did his podcast.
So I've told the story before. If you're new, you'll hear this. There's a guy named John Lovett. And do you know who John Lovitz is?
I do not.
John Lovitz is this actor. He had a cartoon called The Critic.
Okay.
He was on SNL. I thought I was going to do John Lovett's podcast. It's just this guy named John Lovitz. He's a
political pundit. He talks about political stuff.
But it's like Michael Jordan and Michael B. Jordan.
Got it.
Except if Michael didn't go by B, if he was just like, I'm also Michael Jordan.
Right.
And so I show up. I was the whole time thinking when is John Lovitz going to get here? I was like, did this person host it with John Lovitz?
Oh,
and
wow.
then someone backstage told him that I thought he was John Lovitz. And then he was very upset with me on stage.
Really?
Not very upset.
Was it obvious?
He was hurt. I think he was hurt.
Oh.
I didn't know who he was.
Did it come out, Eric?
It's out.
Oh, I need to listen to it.
Oh yeah, it's out. It is definitely. It
wow.
was a live one at the Dining Typewriter. I want to go back to doing. I know we do our tour, but like a live podcast type moment. I want to talk about how you all celebrate Thanksgiving.
Oh, Thanksgiving.
So did you show up on your birthday or show up on Thanksgiving?
Black Friday. So I came here on Friday.
So tell us about your Thanksgiving experience.
So Thanksgiving, I actually woke up in DC, and then
did you go to sleep in DC?
I did go to sleep.
You make it sound like
I went to sleep and woke up in DC, my business, and then I drove to my godparents' house where we celebrated Thanksgiving.
Where's that at? They live in DC?
They live in Cherry Hill, right side of Philadelphia.
In the DMC? No, Philly. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
right outside of Philly, and then
How
I
was that
drove.
drive?
It's like an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
But I had
Wait,
to go back to Jersey anyway,
Philly
so it
is
was in that way.
an hour 30 from DC?
Yeah.
Hour
It's
and
all
40.
really close.
Yeah, it's really close.
That's so wild. I felt like in my mind, DC is like more south.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also depending on where you are in DC too. So,
I'm not super familiar with the DMV. I just realized it's called the DMV.
Yeah.
DMV area.
I kept like, why are you saying the DMV?
DC,
DC,
Delaware.
no.
Delaware, no, DC,
DC.
Virginia, Maryland.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. But Delaware also calls it the DMV sometimes too.
I don't know if they're officially a part of that whole DMV.
I mean, I have family in Delaware and they call it the DMV.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
So it's kind of like all.
I don't know. I just found out about the DMV.
So then, what's the tri-state area? New Jersey, New
New York and Connecticut.
But
Okay,
they
got
also
it, got
call
it.
the tri-state area down there too.
Delaware?
Yeah.
It's
No,
like
it's the
pick
DMV.
one.
Delaware is double
Pick
dipping.
one.
They call it
DMV or
tri-state because
tri-state?
they're close to other ones too. Like all that stuff down there is just like kind of.
When I think tri-state, I think New York, New Jersey, Connecticut.
But Delaware also.
Or is it Pennsylvania?
See, I get.
Wait, are the three? Is it?
The states.
Are the three states? Is it Connecticut or Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania.
A
Wait,
part of the
New
tri-state?
York?
Part of the tri-state?
No, New York. The New York tri-state. Okay, there can be multiple tri-states. The New York tri-state is Connecticut, New York, Jersey.
Yeah, but Pennsylvania's not part of the tri-state.
No.
Okay, so the tri-state is, Connecticut, New Jersey, New York.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that's what I think.
But
about.
in Delaware,
Connecticut is small.
it's a tiny city.
Oh my
Tiny-
god, Connecticut
tiny
is teeny tiny, so petite.
Okay, wait. So you went to the Ballards.
Yes, went to the Ballards, had dinner there. I mean, it was everything like fried turkey wings, barbecue turkey
Ooh.
wings, jerk turkey wings. That's the thing about black.
There's
We're
only
gonna,
two
we're gonna
wings
give you
on-
variety.
You ever think about when you eat wings? Do you ever think about, because there's only 2 wings per
Mhm.
bird? Do you know how many birds have to be
Yeah,
for you to have
It's
an
true.
8-piece?
I know.
Not a-
That's 4 birds.
It's true.
And you think of
4. But if you're doing all flats,
yeah,
that because there, you can get a leg, you can get a drum and a wing
Right.
yeah,
from
one.
bitch. If you're eating 12 piece, that is 6.
And you think about that. You think about like at any Popeyes or KFC, whatever. Like if theoretically, and no matter what state you're in, you can go to any Popeyes or KFC, and you can, in theory, order a 20-piece.
Yes.
Like
10 birds.
10 birds. But multiply that by like the amount of meat that we have to produce.
It's
to
kinda
sustain
actually
all
sad.
that is insane.
But that's the thing. Like, I think it'd be different if you were eating like the whole bird. If you got like 2 wings, 2 drums, and a breast.
Right.
That's 1 bird.
Right.
Yeah.
I might need to go vegan. This is I can't.
Yeah,
vegan.
it's a little
Well,
sad
it's to
actually.
the factory made. Well, not started. We all know like Beyond and Impossible.
Mhm.
But I heard that they're trying to like make like animals because they just did that sheep. Yeah, they just raised a sheep in a bag. Like it was not in the mom's womb. Like it was made in a
But
bag.
is it
Oh
sentient?
wow.
I mean,
Because if it's sentient, then it's still the same thing. If the sheep can think, it doesn't change.
don't
All it
know.
means,
I don't know. I
all
don't
it
read that
means that
much.
the sheep just probably had a worse life, and its body probably hurts from being grown. I have to go vegan. I have to go vegan. Because when you named all those wings, I was like, all those wings. Because I think to myself, you only think of 1 turkey at Thanksgiving. Y'all had like 8 of them.
Yes, and I didn't even get to the other meats.
Okay, yeah. So tell us what y'all had.
Okay, so we had the turkey family. Then we had the chicken family. Stop laughing.
Oh, we murdered the whole family.
Yes.
This family got whopped.
Then we had the chicken family. Same barbecue chicken, fried chicken, jerk chicken, curry chicken, all of that. So, and then we went to the ham, honey baked ham, regular ham.
Your favorite,
like,
your
no,
favorite
your
style.
favorite. Your favorite.
Yeah, it was a sad day on Old McDonald's
Then
farm.
we
Y'all
had-
went through Old McDonald's
Then we
farm.
had scallops and fried. It was just a spread. It was
Did y'all
Wow.
have vegetables and bread?
Yes, Bob. We had vegetables.
All I heard
We
was
had
the meat.
collard greens. We had
Okay.
string beans.
Okay,
Y'all eat collard greens in New Jersey?
Collard
Yes,
greens
I love
are,
Y'all
collards.
eat collard greens in New
Can we?
Jersey?
Yes.
Can we talk? Collard greens are disgusting.
Are you serious?
Collard greens never taste good.
Then you didn't have the right cooks.
I mean, if you're eating collard greens in New York City, I imagine they might be a little odd.
You got to get somebody from the South to make those collard greens. Put
are
some meat in
nasty.
it.
I do not like collard greens.
Me and my mom got into a big argument about collard greens.
Really?
It's huge. My mom has started eating healthy.
Uh-huh.
My mom has lost a lot of weight.
Oh, nice.
And I'm gonna put my mom over. Not in the good. No, not in the. My mom,
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, please edit that. I thought. Okay.
no, my mom was.
You said your mom started eating healthy, so I'm like, okay.
No, my mother is underweight. My mother is very skinny right
Okay.
now. She lost like 40 pounds, but not out of effort. Just like she's
Got
like,
it.
oh, I lost 40 pounds. So we went to the doctor and they were like, all right, Martha, you got to start eating healthier. And then my mom is like insisting that collard greens are healthy. And I was like, yes, mom, collard greens, the plant, a collard green
Right.
is
Mhm.
healthy. Now, the way that y'all be cooking collard greens
Yeah.
is not. If you take a collard green and you dip it in salt and grease and you throw a whole ham hock in it,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
healthy anymore.
Yeah.
My mom is insisting that collard greens are healthy. You know what? I just found out what happened. Me and Jacob went to the. So I don't cook. I cannot cook.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to throw like there's cuts of the animals that you put in peas and greens to flavor it.
Mhm.
Like a ham hock. Do you know what a ham hock is? I found out what a ham hock is.
It's a foot.
Yeah, it's the knuckle
Yeah.
of the pig. So me and Jake were in the smoked meat section. By the way, if you can't cook,
Wait, the smoked meat section of y'all Thanksgiving dinner?
no, of the grocery
I was
store.
gonna say, Jesus.
So if you can't cook, they send you to go buy the groceries for people
Yeah.
who can cook.
Mhm.
So I'm always going to get
Mhm.
groceries. When I tell you it is ransacked. First of all, Jacob offered to go himself. The way my family would have, if Jacob would have came back with the wrong meats, it would have been a whole thing. So, I'm gonna go, Jacob. I don't even know what to look for. The Kroger is beat up.
Really?
It looks like Armageddon. There's literally a sign hanging, swinging in the background. The shelves are empty shelves forever. The smoked turkey section, the smoked meat section. I'm supposed to either get a ham hock, a turkey tail, or a turkey neck.
And they had none of them.
None of them.
So what did you get?
I got
Turkey bacon?
I got I got some
You took-
bacon.
You
Some-
took Jacob out back. You shot him and you couldn't.
and I said, I'm gonna no. We had a large. I was trying to get fat back. They didn't have that either. So I ended up getting large cut bacon.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's flavorful.
Yeah.
I was like, why can't? My thought process was like, I don't. I'm like, why can't you just put like another piece of pork in there? Just put like,
I don't know why it has to be that.
Can I just
specific.
grab like the diced
Maybe
pork and
those
put that in there?
parts of it has more fat, and
I'm
that
about to
produces
say,
more
it'll probably
flavor.
have more fat in those things.
I don't. It was too much. We had a ham, a turkey, cornbread, stuffing. Oh, I love stuffing. It is.
I like
Same.
stuffing too.
It
Do you
is
call it
the-
stuffing or dressing? Well, Kelly calls it
Dressing.
stuffing.
Dressing.
Dressing.
What do
We
you call it?
stuffing.
Stuffing.
I've heard it called. I've had people switch back and forth, but man, it's my favorite part of Thanksgiving.
Uncle
every
Steve
time.
cooks.
Uncle Steve cooked
Everything.
Most of the stuff. My brother also cooked a ham, and a few people who came over bought desserts and a casserole and like a chicken casserole.
How many people did you have at yours?
Maybe 15 people. 20.
Oh.
Yeah.
How many?
About 15, 20.
15.
Unlike Monét and all of her spare time, I'm actually very busy. I actually have a lot to do. I do 95% of the work on this podcast alone. I give Monét a gracious 5% of work. But
This is shady. I want y'all to know.
But I
Jacob...
allow her to get 5. But I allow her to get 50% of the pay. So you're welcome. And I'm always working on different projects. But one of my favorite things I do is actually make music. I really love making music. Y'all have heard my newest single, Black. But believe me, I'm just getting started. I'm always interested in how other artists compose and produce their own songs. And I've gotten really into MasterClass and learning about how different artists make their music. Now, Alicia Keys, who I've collaborated with before, has a class, and I absolutely loved it. It was really fun, informative, and I was blown away by the depth of knowledge and the quality of the experience.
With MasterClass, you can learn from the world's best minds, anytime, anywhere, and at your own pace. Very important. You can learn how to cook from Gordon Ramsay, improve your acting skills with Natalie Portman, Or learn writing from Issa Rae. With over 100 classes from a range of world-class instructors, that thing you've always wanted to do is closer than you think.
Now, I think Monét's going to start giving a gaslighting course. So y'all are really going to want to tune in for that one. Now, MasterClass is accessible on your phone, web, or smart TV, offering classes on a wide variety of topics, all taught by world-class masters at the top of their fields. Learn how to do anything from finish your screenplay to make Michelin star-worthy scrambled eggs, which I found out is Monét's, the way Monét takes her eggs, scrambled with cheddar. Sunny side up also.
I highly recommend that y'all check it out. This holiday, give one annual membership and get one free. Go to masterclass.com/rivalry today. That's masterclass.com/rivalry. Terms do apply. It's masterclass.com/rivalry. Terms apply.
Masterclass. That's at New York in you.
Are you missing out on your favorite show?
Hey, I got a question. Are you missing out on your favorite show because it's not available in your region? Because I know Monét, is she from St. Lucia? Is she American? We don't know. You keep trying to go private time. Listen, let me introduce you to NordVPN, okay? If you are bored of U.S. Netflix, why not take it for a spin on the UK? Go to Japan. Take a hop over to Canada, honey. NordVPN is a click of a button that you can do just that. No need to travel to Japan for your favorite anime or when NordVPN brings it right to you. With 5,000 server options, no show is out of your reach.
Baby, it's 5,000 plus. Oh, we all love to binge, but privacy is a big deal too. NordVPN keeps your information encrypted so you never have to worry about your IP or location getting out. They've also doubled down on keeping you safe with their new threat protection feature. Say goodbye to intrusive website ads and malware. Malware, I don't even know her. But it doesn't work. It works for me. Even if you download an infected file, threat protection kicks in and deletes it before it makes a mess of your computer. Let me tell you something. I really do appreciate VPNs because being a global traveler myself, sometimes it grinds my gears when I'm in a different country and one of my favorite shows, I can't watch my favorite shows on the road, and a VPN really comes in time. So thank you, Nord.
Yeah, sometimes I click a YouTube video and it goes, not available in your country, and I'll be like, we'll see about that. Now, get your exclusive NordVPN deal by going to nordvpn.com/rivalry to get a huge discount off your NordVPN plan plus 4 months for free. It's completely risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee.
So back when my family do it, it would always be at our house in Brooklyn, or my aunt's house in Queens. It would be about 20 of us, and we would do 4 meats. We would do turkey, ham, oxtail, some type of wings, either like honey barbecue and something like that. We do mac and cheese. But in the West Indies, we don't call it macaroni. Americans call it baked macaroni and cheese. We call the same thing macaroni pie.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know what you did this Thanksgiving.
What can I tell you about my life?
Yes.
Yeah. Jacob County, everybody was there.
25 people.
Damn.
25 people?
Damn.
Well, mine has a big house.
I know, it's a very big house.
Yeah.
And then we do the macaroni pie, red beans and rice or white rice, and then we'll do some other some greens. Mm-hmm. But we do our greens are not. I don't know what kind of greens. Not collard greens though. We used to do a certain green
kale,
spinach.
Not spinach. I don't know what it was. Anyway, this year, so Andy and I
okra. Are you like a leafy green?
It was a leafy green. I don't remember what it was though. It's a very long time ago. So this year, Andy and I
arugula.
Not arugula.
I'm like, I hope not arugula.
Bok choy.
Cooked arugula?
No. Anyway, so this
year.
Get
it out. Yes.
This year, Andy and I, we went to a mutual friend of now, Arcia knows, Brian. We went, he had a Thanksgiving at his place, and him and his person that he's currently seeing, and then Andy and I, and then another friend, Keone. So we all did it at Brian's house, and I made a macaroni and cheese.
It looked good.
My macaroni and cheese
it was a hit.
Slapped.
Was it a hit?
It was a hit, honey.
What do you put in your mac and cheese?
So I make my cheese sauce.
So you do, what do they call like a rouge?
A roux.
What did you put in your pie? Your macaroni pie?
So I melt 2 sticks of butter. I let that simmer down. I put some minced garlic in there with the butter. I put that on very low heat. Then I put about a quarter cup of flour in there to make the roux. Okay. Then as the roux is going,
what is roux?
It's like a thick
cheese sauce.
It's the base of the cheese sauce to make it thick.
So you don't use eggs because that's what people used to use.
Yeah, I don't use eggs anymore.
Why can't you just make it thick with like flour or something?
I just said I added flour to the roux.
I'm Emerald Sagazi, whatever his name is.
So that gets going. Then you add 2 pints of heavy cream. You put the heavy cream and that all gets going, and then you add the cheeses. I did 8 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese, 8 ounces of Colby Jack cheese, 8 ounces of Colby cheddar cheese. I had
You sound like drag queens. Colby cheddar, sharp cheddar, Jack cheddar.
Then I put 1 cup of whole milk in there.
Okay.
Because the whole milk makes it a little creamier.
Creamier.
And then I seasoned it with paprika, salt, pepper, and then
More drag queens.
then the noodles while all that's happening, the noodles are boiling. And when the noodles are done, I put the cheese sauce in there, mix it together, put it in the pan, and then cover it with Parmesan and another layer of cheddar jack cheese and bake it for 45 minutes.
Did you have to Google that recipe or did you just know it?
I was just about to ask
I
that.
know it.
So if I asked you to right now without Googling, you could make this?
Yeah.
No looking
So
at
you
your
looked
phone.
at nothing, no
No.
YouTube.
My mom is making my mom every Sunday my mom would cook, which I was talking to her the other day. I was like, that is insane to think that these women would work a full 40-hour work week, clean on Saturdays, and then Sundays be in the kitchen from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. cooking.
I mean, girl, there are people who cook every day.
I don't know
know.
how.
Full meals every day.
But I'm like, bitch, I work a couple days in the week. And I'm like, bitch, leave me alone for that. Like I need, like I couldn't.
Right.
And then this fucking motherfucker was like, can I go to the kids are. I could not imagine being a parent.
I kept thinking the whole time I was back home because there's this my cousin had a baby, and I not even that, but like even just like taking care of my nephew when I was home, I was like, I don't think I could, like just ordering food was an ordeal. Just ordering food.
I don't like.
And I was like, this is I don't think maybe I'm not cut out for kids because it's too much.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you want?
I
kids,
always
though?
said that I wanted children, but the older I get, I'm like, I don't know, just because they're cute to look at, but like seeing them and they just need you so much, and you can't move how you want to move. You have to always be cognizant of your child.
Well, I have a question.
Yeah.
We're like shifting a little bit. Like, as a woman, do you feel pressure to have a kid?
Of course, like I just turned 33, and I went to my gynecologist the other day, and he was like, "So, are you thinking about having kids anytime soon?" I'm like, "Well, I mean, at some point," he was like, "Because after 35, it gets a little dicey.
Yeah.
So there is societal pressure to like make a decision."
Yeah.
But I'm like, can I get a partner first?
Yeah.
Like, so.
Would you ever have a kid by yourself?
I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
I recently was listening to an interview about one of the women from the Lion King, the Woman King, because she's South African. She's saying, coming to America is a little bit of a culture shock because back in South Africa, it truly is a village of people. Like you have a system of people to help you raise this kid. Because they really recognize on there that it is impossible to do it sometimes with just 2 parents. And she was like, so to see how the culture in America is typically just like sometimes a single, not most people, a lot of people have to do a single parent. Yeah. Or if you're lucky to have 2, she's like that is like unfathomable to her.
It's hard.
I was thinking what really threw me for a loop being back home was I kept thinking about where everyone else was when they were my age. And then also realizing what really blew my mind was that I am much older than my uncle was when I lived with him.
Wait, so again,
so my Uncle Scotty, I used to live with my Uncle Scotty for like a school year. I lived with Uncle Scotty. And I am 8 years older than he was
when you were living with him.
When I lived with him.
Wow.
And he was just.
So you would have been 30.
He was 28.
It's 28
when I lived with him.
Oh wow.
I was in 6th grade. And he was 28 years old. And I remember thinking to myself, he is this old ass man.
No
this
way.
This is old. You dusty. You
Not
old.
dusty.
You are my dusty old ass uncle.
Yeah.
And then I was around the house and I was doing like this stuff for Cammy and my nephew. And I was like, I am significantly older than my Uncle Scotty was.
When you were
when he helped raise me. When I was, this is crazy that I'm so much older than I'm like when I realize now that I'm the age my mom, when my mom was my age, she had a middle school kid and a kid on like when I graduated high school, my mom was 42.
Oh, wow.
So basically, if I was my mom, I would have a kid graduating high school in 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
Imagine a middle schooler running around here.
Mad, angry.
A tall ass, skinny, tall noodle walking around the house with a fro.
Yeah.
Playing video games, thinking he a wrestler.
Yeah.
Not a wrestler.
That is asking for shit. Mom, can I see WWE on pay-per-view?
No.
Also, my mom used to always ask, I don't know if y'all moms ever did this.
You got pay-per-view money?
Yeah. If you have money for that thing. You got some pay-per-view money? And I'd be like, I don't have. You know, I don't have money.
Can I put the lights on to watch the rest? Do you have put the light on money?
Right.
And I also there was also this video of this I mentioned before, but it's this girl. And she's on the couch. She has like a towel tied around her neck, and she goes, "I'm Superman." And the mom yells, "You about to get a super ass whooping?"
I feel like something else.
You about to get a super ass whoop if you don't get your ass off that damn couch.
So back to the food. So I made the mac and cheese. Brian pretty much he made the turkey, which was delicious. He made the sweet potatoes, which were great.
What was the biggest hit at the party? What food was the biggest hit, if you're being honest?
I think it was Keone. He made this fucking grapefruit with an olive oil cake with a citrus. They are a person of color, yeah.
The side of that.
And he had like this like citrus like drizzle on it.
Delicious,
baby.
It was a what was it? Grapefruit and
it was an olive oil loaf cake. But the citrus was just a glaze on top of it. So the cake was just a little.
Monet's obsessed with olive
oil cake is so good.
Monet's obsessed.
And he was like, "Girl, olive oil cake is the one from
the
one that you really like from Tender." I'm not trying to be funny.
Which one? Which one?
It's from Tender Greens, the olive oil cake that I had.
That you had in the
and last time you ate it without my permission.
Delicious.
But the way you said ate it, that sounded judgmental.
Right,
because I put my olive oil. This is how I said. I put my olive oil cake in the microwave for me to have later. And then I woke up hungry. Well, that's not my problem.
In your home.
And there was nothing there for me to eat. So I happened to open the microwave and
she
behold.
Ate when I tell you, not a crumb, a speck.
Stop.
Right.
Simon, Bob, I'm starting to see what you're saying now. Wow. And as it continues. Wow. Wow, you did warn me about this.
I told you, girl.
Wow.
I told you.
It's the shade for me. You know I'm a great actress as well.
But how's your pantomime?
But I tell you this,
okay. Before you go any further, you know what bothers me? This does bother me.
What
I don't
gets
know why
you?
it bothers me. I'm not in the right here.
What?
But Monét does not share food, and I hate that.
What do you mean?
Like you don't share. Like I try to get a piece. So last night Arcia cut this cake. And I just wanted Monét had the biggest slice out of anyone at the party.
Okay, Arcia cut me this. Arcia was first of all, I realize this is shade, and I'm sorry about this. This is this girl's birthday at her party. All 10 of us made this girl cut her own cake to give to everyone at the party.
Why would y'all do that?
That was very shady.
That was. And so that's why people were getting slices of newspaper at the end.
By the end, she was getting red velvet tissue. Like she got Monét got a wedge. By the end, Arcia was cutting off the thinnest Bible pages. Arcia put out one of these.
A little monocle.
But Monét had a very large slice of 3-tier cake. By the way, I'm not saying I'm right, but I just wanted one bite. I had to strong arm the cake out of Monét's hands just to
Sounds
get a
about
bite.
right.
It's my cake and I don't want to share it.
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong, but it bothers me that you don't share your food.
Well, it gags me when there's a full cake that you can have your own slice.
I don't want a whole slice.
Well, Arcia was cutting. She wasn't cutting real slices. Arcia could have blew a sheet of a slice of cake onto your plate. When I get my thing that I prepared my body for, I want my thing.
You prepared your body for?
Yes. I was like, I'm going to eat this slice of cake. This is my slice of cake.
You don't ever want to piece someone else's food. You don't ever want to piece someone else's food.
And Annie's like
that is not true.
I will. When?
Even last night when I took a piece of pizza, you was making fun of me because I had the piece, and you like, and then you came in the corner. Let me get a little bite.
Okay.
You do that often.
So you said never, but actually you meant.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
All the time.
What you
just
meant
do
was
it in the cut.
Annie's like that too. Annie.
Yes.
I do what?
You do it in the cut. Monet sneaks food.
Yes.
I'm not trying to.
Yes, you do.
Arcia, thank you.
Yes, you do. And I have a story. Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Too. So this happened. I cannot remember who the person was laughing, but this Monet swears that I'm telling you this. We were on tour. I don't know. I feel like it was in the UK.
This is not true.
In my mind, it was in the UK.
This is not true.
And Monet, we went to McDonald's. Monet had a salad. I'm telling you, Monet had a salad on the table, and Monet was like bragging about eating this salad. We were all eating like nuggets and salad, but then we looked, and Monet had under the table in her lap chicken tenders.
I truly believe that. I deeply believe that.
True.
Monet would eat the salad, and then when no one was looking, she would go.
That does not.
And you
want to
know how I know that's true? Because Bob mentioned that before. He's saying the exact same story right now. Yes. And then one time we had
they had those secret tenders. That shit. And me and my friend were like, "This real chicken tenders."
That is not
true. And then one time we had to sing at a show for Dewan in Philadelphia, and we were hungry but we were going to eat after the show. So the restaurant was closed, and the busboys were getting the plates off the table. There was one plate they had yet to get. Kevin literally took a plate. He literally took a chicken finger off a plate that people had already eaten off of and ate it and offered me a piece. Now, I did take it. But you took it first.
Arcia is literally flipping the script to co-star Bob. Arcia was
cross my heart, hope to die. That is what you did.
Arcia was deep in her wants and desires for fried chicken.
No, you were deep in your wants and desires for fried chicken.
Just like last night when Arcia you snuck into the corner and got a piece of pizza. A secret bite of pizza.
We were all sitting there.
No, we weren't.
Dewan.
Why was your
Dewan? Hold on one second. Hold on. Let me say one second.
No, ask the question fairly.
Tell them on speaker. Tell them on podcast.
Dewan, you're on speaker. You're on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
So do you remember? Well, do you remember when we went to your show in Philadelphia in college, and we were at that restaurant? What was it called? Sleepy Joe's? Or?
I forget. Well, you had to sing.
When you had to sing, we came to support you.
We sang.
We
sang back up.
Yeah. Anyway, that place in Philly.
Warm Dad.
Warm Dad, Sugar Daddies, Warm Daddy, whatever it was. So we were sitting there at the table. Do you remember when we were sitting at the table and there was a table that was not bust and there was like fried chicken on the plate?
Who took the chicken tender, Dewan?
Chicken tenders.
Who took it? Was it me or Arcia? Who took it?
I think it was. Arcia, did you take?
Dewan, why would you say that? Dewan, no, can we let him speak, please? Can we let him speak? Dewan, let him. What did you just say? No, you're not listening.
So hungry.
No, you're not listening. Dewan, what did you just say?
I said I don't remember.
You don't remember because it was Kevin, like a thief in the night, took the chicken thing and gave me a piece. Thank you, Dewan, for your honesty.
Oh, Dewan, I love you.
Like a thief in the night.
Arcia, she was so overcome by her
Kevin, you
want
are
and desire for fried chicken.
He took the chicken tender
First
and
of all,
came.
It was from another table?
Yes. Someone else had ate off of it.
Arcia smelled the chicken grease and she was so overcome with delight and joy that she leaped over to that fucking plate.
You are literally making this story up.
You are crazy.
Kevin, you were literally looking at the plate, salivating at the mouth, and whisked over to the thing, and then came back in the corner and gave me a piece.
Like swipers. Right. Swiper, no swiping.
Anyway, so I want to do this. So Arcia, I say this. I really think we need to get Arcia into some type of reality TV. Arcia would be great television.
I would.
But are you thinking like a competition style show or like a real world type thing?
A real world type thing.
Did you hear what happened on A Surreal Life?
No.
Girl, what's his name? Entanglement. Jada.
Oh, he came out. Yeah.
But was that an official come out?
It was. I
don't think it was official.
It was very Jodie Foster. It was giving Jodie Foster the way he said.
He's like, I have a lover.
He said this person taught me about love and joy. And this person taught me how to love someone. And then
I thought that was his
then
brother.
he brought them in, and when he
that's what they said.
And the way he hugged him, I was like, "What?
How was the hug?"
I mean, it was like this.
Okay.
But I was kind of like, kiss him, kiss him on the mouth.
It's not his brother. It's his
I don't know. I read it on Twitter. It could have been.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw
What's
that.
his name again?
August Alsina.
Yes, that's his name.
Yeah. So I want a petition to get Arcia on Big Brother. I think you'd be great on Big Brother.
What is Big Brother?
Big Brother, I just find
please don't look at me crazy. I have no idea what it is.
Big Brother is a show where there is competition, but none of it's real. Like it's all like puzzles and some endurance stuff.
Okay,
but it's really all about trying. But it's really all about trying to play this social game.
Okay.
Where you can convince people that you should be in the house. You form alliances and stuff.
Got it. Okay.
And you want to be the last one in the house.
Got it.
And the show has actually become like very racially motivated in the past 2 seasons. It's been like
because during the
cookout.
Yeah, well, because during the pandemic, everyone was watching a lot of Big Brother and Survivor, and people were like, well, for years, people have been saying that these shows are racist, and they always get the black contestants out first. They always get the queers out first. So NBC. Well, but they're under the NBC thing. So they made CBS. That's what it is. So they made
QVC. LMLP.
So they made an initiative during the pandemic, especially with all like the BLM stuff in January 2020. I mean, or June 2020, to make an initiative to make sure that they cast at least 50% Black folk, well, people of color and queer folk. So with them having more Black people, they're like, you know what, bitch? Now it's our turn.
Right.
We're gonna be in an alliance, and we're not sending no Black people home, so the Black people make it to the finale.
Monét, when Monét was on Drag Race, her top 4, her season was 75% white because you didn't make it to the finale. How do you feel about that? Because you didn't make it to the final season 10. The top 4 was 75% white.
Oh my God! But we had the biggest.
You could have actually made sure there was more Black people, but you chose to do what? you chose to do what? You chose to come out in that Armageddon look,
and I fucking turned it, honey. Given the best lip sync in Drag Race history. Period.
You could have actually made sure that there was more, but you chose.
Well, you know,
and I'm very grateful to Naomi Smalls and Monique Hart for making sure that that on All Stars that the top 4 was mostly. Oh
my God, All Stars top 4
and I thank Monique and Naomi.
And you know, and we the numbers went down in All Star 7 because it was 50-50. It was me and Jinx, 50 white, 50 Black.
I'm saying my season, the top 4 was all people of color, all 75% Black,
75%
with a capital Black. Me, Chi-Chi, Naomi. Now you discount Naomi because she's mixed.
My God, you're a demon. You're a demon. You are a worker of iniquity.
You're not iniquity.
a niggerty. First of all, you call me a niggerty, and then because Naomi is mixed race, she's not Black now. Can you affirm that she's Black into the microphone? Can you say
Naomi is 100% Black, and we all know.
Oh, that's 100% Black. So you deny her up?
Yeah. Fuck that white 50%. She all Black, especially where it counts. Oh, her brain, her mind.
I mean, we have heard that Naomi is swinging.
She's very smart.
I mean, she does in her song.
And I'm hung like a motherfucking baseball bat. Sweating all night.
Getting it right.
What the hell is an appetite? See you next line.
Fashion love is what I crave. Bitch, I'm here. Yes, I'm brave. Honestly, Mo Hearts verse Eats.
Sometimes I love myself and embracing this.
The way she sings it just sounds so good. I listened to her EP, both of them actually. And they're really a little Jesus-y for me, but still really just like great music.
That same person last night at Arcia's party, they had a moment they were like really like speaking over your life. It felt.
The same person.
When you said you were 33, and they were like the Jesus birthday, and then it got all Jesus-y. And when I was like, yeah, it is getting wild up in here, honey.
It was wild. It was a wild
the
night.
Shots.
It was, and I'm not a drinker, so I just was like, this is too much.
Yeah, let me tell you something, Arcia, Bob. Arcia will have a thimble of ginger ale.
It's not a thimble.
And you cannot tell her. She's like, y'all, I'm drunk. I don't know how to do this. I'm like,
I know my body. I know my body. I'm not a drinker.
You're a lightweight?
I'm very much a lightweight.
Can you hold your liquor?
Oh yeah. All my friends are like,
how many drinks can you take before you like, damn, this bitch is
like what we're drinking? Just regular cocktails?
Yeah, cocktails. Yeah,
like about 6 or 7.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think what we've this.
I believe when I used to throw him back and drive all the way back to Brooklyn, endangering everybody's life on the George Washington Bridge.
My body metabolizes alcohol and I think drugs really fast.
Do you still drink and drive, or do you leave that back in New York?
Only on weekends.
Got it.
Yeah, only on the weekends. Monday through Friday, I make sure I don't do it. But Saturday, Sundays, balls to the wall. Whatever happens, happens.
The LA traffic actually is not that bad. I was in Atlanta, like, y'all niggas cannot drive.
Wait, LA drivers or traffic?
The drivers are like, they're pretty good, actually.
People complain about LA traffic, and I know, yes, there is traffic here, but I feel like the traffic in New York is.
But I mean, you drove. I rarely ever experienced it. Rarely ever experienced it.
And at least in LA, you're in traffic, but you're going a distance. In New York, to get from 10th Avenue to 1st Avenue, that can take you 45 minutes, and that's. What?
You don't realize Manhattan is 5 miles wide.
It's very
literally. At some points, it is 2 miles wide.
Yeah.
Being in a cab driving across town is the worst experience. If you're in a cab, if you're going downtown or uptown, that's fine. But trying to go across and don't try to get from one side of the park to the other side of the park. Oh. It's going to take you an hour to go 5 avenues.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's madness.
Yeah, it's really.
You're better on foot.
You ever thought you were like, man, fuck, I'm getting out, and you walk and the car passes.
Yeah.
You be like, I'm walking. You got the car. Drop me off right here.
Yeah.
And the car just zooms right past you.
Like,
I look dumb as hell. I look dumb as hell trying to pass this fucking car. If I could afford, when I get some more dollars, I'm gonna get me an apartment in New York.
Where?
Maybe I'll just rent a room.
Where? Do you go to New York that often?
Say again?
Do you go to New York that often to justify that?
I think I would go to New York more often if I had a place there. You know what I mean? And the money I spent on hotels.
Right.
Hotels in New York are expensive.
Anytime I go to the city, Arcia always comes and stays with me
I do.
for a day or two.
Why you give her a look?
I don't
give
know.
her a look. Jacob has something going on. What is Jacob doing? So if you are listening, we just did a little Patreon exclusive of we doing the newlywed game for besties, and go to our Patreon to see who won.
We'll see who won. It was me and Arcia squaring off just to find out who knows Monét the best. Let's just say one of us is quiet, one of us is celebrating. I don't want to give anything away, but I think you can look at the footage and see who won this round.
So Stokes,
Yes.
I'm so happy to have you here on the podcast. Arcia really wants to get into entertainment, but she just doesn't have an avenue.
Yeah, that's true.
My goal is to help her get into entertainment.
Thank you.
Well, I think, you have the podcast.
Yes.
Is it by yourself or is it with a friend?
It's by myself.
By yourself. Work. I don't even, I'm thinking to myself, can I do a podcast by myself? Do you have guests on or do you
I do. Sometimes I have
Okay.
guests and sometimes I do it alone. Yeah, so the name of my podcast is A Note from Stokes. My last name is Stokes. And we talk about a lot of things regarding Black and brown millennials. So dating, situationships, careers, family trauma. So we just kind of talk through real life issues that affect Black and brown millennials.
We should connect Arcia with the ladies of Lemonade and Tea.
Oh yeah,
Because they also have a great podcast, and they're probably listening right now. Probably love to have you as a guest on their podcast.
I'm here.
Also, Ocean Kelly has a podcast.
Ocean Kelly has a podcast.
It's kind of like ebbs and flows. It's like they do a couple of little seasons.
Got it.
Here and there, which is also phenomenal. And now you're on this podcast, and you're phenomenal. Are you thinking about getting into music, or are you thinking about getting into acting? Or
Honestly, I just want to do it all. I have the personality. Like, I want to sing. I want to act. I want to just do it all.
Do you
right
do
now,
opera too?
So I used to, but not so much. So we're both classically trained, but I don't really sing it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know there are a lot of people who get degrees in performance. Like our friend Nick has a master's degree in vocal performance from the Manhattan School of Music.
Arcia is getting a doctorate right now.
Are you back in school right now?
I am. I'm getting a doctorate. I have one more year left, but I'm just getting a degree. So like, if what I really want to do doesn't work out, I have something to fall back on.
So would you start teaching or something?
Well, I already taught. I don't even want to go back in the classroom anymore. So if I were to teach, because I was teaching elementary, it would be on a collegiate level with actually like adults.
What about private coaching?
I do that already.
Because I need some help.
Oh, well.
And I have a friend who needs some help too. I have a friend who's a little pitchy sometimes. If you take recommendations.
Anyway, and Arcia also wants to move to LA.
I do, but I just can't up and move. I want to have things in place.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say, when I moved to New York City, when I tell you I just up and moved, I just got up and just was like.
To New York or LA?
To New York City.
Got it.
I was also very young.
That's the thing.
When you're 22.
No fear.
The more y'all realize this in life, as you get older, you realize each time you move, it is harder and harder because you just keep accruing more and more and more things. And then by the end, it is like, oh my God, moving is like Monét is about to move into a home in the summer.
Yeah.
And then the stuff you have, I think your place is actually probably a little bit smaller than the place you have now. Or is it bigger? I can't really.
Wait, what?
They're about the same size. Your current place and your new place are about.
No, it's like
huge.
500 feet more. Yeah.
Well, you mean with the ADUs and stuff?
No.
Oh.
Just the actual.
Oh, is it? I mean, your current place is. Oh, I guess the bottom level.
The bottom is
just,
mine. Yeah.
It's just that. Upstairs.
Yeah.
But like once you cause we were hanging out with Coleman Domingo at his house, and I was like, if you were ever to move, this would be insane. And even me at this point, I'm like, this is too much to move. Because my dream, y'all, is one day I want to, soon actually, hopefully next year or 2024, is to take this studio y'all are watching here and move it. I'm trying to get Monét to get a professional space. I started seeing I saw some places recently. I went for a walk yesterday. And I started calling people and being like, what's up with this place? Because I really want to get me Monét. I want us to have a storefront.
You love going on a walk.
I love a walk. Do you like walking?
I do.
You do?
I was doing 5 miles a day this summer.
Okay.
Yes, with my Apple Watch.
Good.
Yes, slight shade.
No shade.
Slight mess.
How many steps are you at today?
I don't know. I don't wear a little Fitbit like y'all.
No, not Fitbit. Apple Watch.
And I wear a Samsung watch.
He has a Droid Stokes.
Okay, you know.
First of all, it's a Samsung.
I always do that. Samsung. Droid is the iOS. Is the OS.
It's operating. Yeah. So unless you have an iOS phone. Do you have an iOS? Is that what your phone is? An iOS phone? I have a Samsung, which is a phenomenal phone.
It is a good phone.
Yeah.
Anyway, Andy and Arcia, they were in a fitness battle because they both have Apple Watches. You can like sync it with someone else. And Andy was flabbergasted that Arcia was beating him every day. And he's like, "How are you?"
It was offensive. He said,
no, not like that. Because
you're the one who sprinkled it in.
Exactly. Andy was like, "Did you put your watch in the dryer and just run the dryer? So you don't think someone of my size?"
That's not what he was insinuating. That's not what he's insinuating, Arcia. You're being dishonest.
He was completely flabbergasted that I won the challenge. Why?
Because
I work out too.
Because Arcia would have like 39,000 steps.
Because I would work out twice a day. I would do 5 miles in the morning and get on my Peloton in the evening. So I was constantly working out. Big bodies move.
Oh my God, no! What's that?
I'm with Arcia.
Okay.
So
thank you.
We were at Monét's place, and we were like, as we were leaving, me and Andy played Mercy. Mm-hmm. Now Andy is a very strong. He's large. He has like a lot of muscles and he goes to the gym a lot. But I'm always like, I'm just someone I'm just naturally very strong. I don't work out that. I mean, I go for walks. I don't lift weights. I'm just a big, strong person.
But you were from a strong stock, honey.
I mean, if you see my family, we are just big people. It was so funny. I have this great video of Rose Rich, Jacob's mom, who is, how tall is your mom?
5'3".
She's about 5'3", talking to my Uncle Steve, who is 6'4".
Wow.
There's a video of her looking, looking up it's so funny because it's literally him explaining to her how to season food.
Really?
It's literally a video of my Uncle Steve teaching her how to season food. It is hilarious, the context of it. But we played Mercy and I was like, I'm very strong. And
with Andy. This is
with Andy. And I was, with Rose Ritz. And I was like, I'm probably gonna win. And Andy was incredulous. He was like, how did you? I was like,
I mean, within like a few seconds.
Yeah, I was like, you gotta just do the blah blah blah.
But Andy's gonna get that grip strength up, and he's gonna whoop on you.
I'm gonna embarrass your boyfriend again. And we can do it on camera next time, honey. We can do it on camera, honey. I'm gonna get my little
grippies,
do my little finger crunches too.
So we went to Orlando for Andy's birthday, and Arcia and Dewan came, and then Andy's friend Brian came. So we're at this restaurant, and Arcia's like, I want to get a picture.
Why do you tell the most humiliating stories? Why do you get a kick out of this?
She's like, y'all. She's like, y'all. I just got a picture of my outfit. So we're like, all right, girl, go stand in front of this.
A container of meats.
Okay, bitch,
a container of meats.
And you as
ham hocks
and you
turkeys.
as the queen of meats, I felt like it would be nice for you to go by be amongst your
me
people.
As the queen of meats.
So
do y'all see?
Arcia is standing in front of this storeroom freezer full of sausages, hamburgers, turkeys.
That's where you all told me to stand, and I did not know at first it was a wall of meats. But you guys knew.
So we took the picture, and it's just Arcia looks like she is reigning over.
I look like Pumbaa in front of the damn container of meat.
Do we have the picture?
Yeah.
Now, Bob.
Can we post it?
No, we cannot.
Can we post? It's cute. You look cute.
I do not look
Yes,
cute.
you do.
Can I see it? Can I personally see it?
I don't have it anymore. I burnt it.
Monet is my screensaver. It's Monet's lock
Anything
screen.
to humiliate me.
Monet's like, it is my lock screen. Honey, it's giving lock screen. Will you let us post it, Arcia?
Sure. Oh my. And Bob is really, wow. I look, Bob, let me see.
You look great.
You look great. In front of a locker of meats.
I am mortified.
You so Jacob.
It's always funny. I would have never.
Salami, fucking turkey sausage, and necks and gizzards, and y'all just put me right there.
Reigning over your kingdom.
Fuck you.
All right, this has been a great pleasure having you here at Sibling Rivalry.
Thank you so much. I've enjoyed my.
Vibes collect.
So tickled.
That was my first time seeing it. It's so shady. Arcia, thank you for joining us on Sibling Rivalry.
Where can people find you, Arcia?
So you can find me on Instagram at Arcia Stokes. You can also find my podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Google Play. A Note from Stokes.
Yes.
And maybe you'll see two. I want two separate episodes. I don't want to do a joint episode.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Absolutely.
episode with you,
Absolutely.
bitch.
Yeah, I'll do mine, and then
Yes.
and it will be the most listened to episode,
It won't.
and then yours will be in second place.
It won't.
I'm telling y'all, mark my words. When we do our separate, I bet you $1,
won't.
mine will be the most viewed episode.
It won't. Just like you thought about Why Won't You Date Me? And guess who, between you and me, has more listens, honey?
I don't know if that's true.
Ask Nicole Byer, honey.
We have the internet.
Ask Nicole Byer.
Let's see. Why won't you date me? Pod, honey. What's my?
It's the juxtaposition of how great you look and how hard you're sitting.
The meat locker.
The meat locker.
Okay, we will find out about the Why Won't You Date Me episodes down the line.
Yeah, we will. All right.
Well,
so-
also you were talking about getting shit on.
I mean, no, that was Trixie and Katya's. Which was the most listened of that one too?
That's not true.
It is.
That is not. All right, bye everyone.
Bye, y'all.